All right, we re-up the stream here. We'll see if that fixes anything, and let's start the show.
Betwixt the raising of the undying emperor and the great planar war that shook the heavens, there was an age of contradiction, where cannons won kingdoms and muskets kept the peace. A brave few won the hearts of conquered and conquerors alike. Of these we speak of the decline of the great kingdoms and cultures under the heel of empire. Of those we speak of gladiators and the untold thousands that worshipped them.
Of this, an age of glory.
Where kings would be slaves, and the gladiator would be king.
Did someone say demon? Or Damon? Matt Damon. Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon 9 presents the Dread and Circus campaign. Season 4, episode 14. I'm your DM and host, Marty, joined by Ahmed, who is in Egypt, and Adam, who is in his dark and gloomy basement. I'm going to unmute your mics. Hot mics, they are.
Yeah,
Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot.
Hot mics. So that
You have
Ahmed
no idea
fan,
what hot is.
I have.
You have no idea what hot is.
We're dealing with internet bandwidth issues, so Ahmed's going to come to us via a single static image of his
He
face.
could have made any face he wanted.
Right.
Anything
the
he
one.
wanted. This is
That's
what he
the
wanted.
one. This is what we're going with.
And we figured that audio is probably more important than video, especially with a punum like that. How's it going, guys? How hot is it over there, Ahmed?
The sweat I'm about to sweat.
Thanks for that image.
Anytime.
So it's
Screaming
30
later.
C where I am
30
right now.
Not like this, it isn't, trust me. I came off the plane and I was kind of shocked. And I was okay because I looked around and people were not panicking from the heat. People were like, yeah, alright, it's hot. And I was like, the world's coming to an end, guys.
So
The end of the world as we know it.
I just checked, just because I'm a nerd. The current temperature in Oshawa right now is 28 C, 57% humidity, 13 kilometer per hour wind. In Cairo, which is it's nighttime out there, it's 28 C, same number, 11 kilometers per hour, so slightly less windy, 62% humidity. It's basically identical.
Oh no, it's not the same.
Well, no, but
it is
it's your
not the
fucking
same.
midnight though, man.
It is. No, it is not 28 degrees here. It is not 28 degrees here.
It's 21
I
degrees.
guarantee you.
21 degrees, 70 F in Seattle right now.
What's your
plants
humidity?
here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
Seattle. It's probably humid.
What the humidity?
But it is it is
50,
actually pretty
55.
good
55. See?
though.
We're
It's
just 8
interesting.
degrees hotter.
What's interesting is like 90% of the people are still awake, like, with kids and everything, at like 11 p.m. midnight,
What?
like out, because
Yo.
that's the only time of the day that you can go out and like enjoy the outdoors. It's midnight.
It's supposed to, like, this thing is telling me that your tomorrow at around 4 is going to be 35 C.
Nope, that's bullcrap.
It's bullcrap. It's hotter.
That's bullcrap. Oh, it's bullcrap.
See, we topped out today at. Actually, I think we're currently at the top today. It was 30
So
something yesterday.
you know how you can like tan in the on the top of a hill, like where there's like a lot of mountains and a lot of snow.
Yeah.
You just need a shirt. Yeah, imagine it's just like sand. It's the same goddamn thing. There should be a ton of solar panels here. I don't know why they're not here. Anyways, good times.
Have you done any of the touristy stuff, like gone to castles and
Today?
pyramids
Oh,
and-
yeah. I'm going to be sending you guys some photos. Today, we went to some castles, like the wing of the king's weapons and stuff. Just walls and walls of guns and swords and spears and armor, and just like you look at these and see like the details are intricate, crazy. The amount of money and wealth that's in there is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I was like, yeah, this is probably what the Empire would use.
Nice.
It's like, these are some Empire level weapons.
Cool.
Empire Tech.
And then Adam, you're just in gloomy basement. Did you cry havoc and let poop the dogs of war yet?
Oh, the dogs, they pooped, and then I actually had to scold the one dog. It was crying too much havoc, and the pooping was too much.
Too chaotic. Control your shit.
We're getting into full. That makes me smile so much. We're getting into full summer swing. It's Canada Day weekend, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
Monday's a holiday.
Monday. Not for me. I've got the 4th and 5th off.
Yes.
Well, I had the 4th off, but having a Thursday off, I'm like, I'm taking Friday. We released our big project 3 days ago, so that is good. It is good. Next big one is there's a minor one in the next month, and the next big one is kind of like end of year. So more streaming is effectively what that means on my end. Okay, why don't we do a quick recap of what happened last game? Last game was called Elementary, and the one before that was Canyon Run. Both the recaps are pretty short, so I'll just combine the last two. The search for the tomb of Tular Seft continues. While traveling up the Serpentes River, the party is beset upon by Knoll raiders, led by a priest of a strange goddess called the Mother of Monsters. A little bit later, Arlen, Phineas, and company breach the tomb of Tular Seft and battle mighty elementals and guardians within before finally confronting the golem-like Tular Seft himself. We are going to pick up basically as the broken bits of Tular Seft were broken over were smashed over the knee of Ugg. Thus ending the fight. It is all quiet now, just a few coughs and moans of the injured adventurers. Godiva kind of plops her butt up onto the big stone dais that contains the weird contraption at the center of the chamber of planar alignment. She's like, "Oh, so sorry, Mr. Prancy Pants. Oh, it's so horrible." She's rubbing her eyes. She also looks a little bit injured as she's picking bugs out of her hair. -1 strength drain and 3 con drain. She's not looking very good. No makeup at this point would cover up the many boils and bite marks from the horrible golden scarab swarm. Phineas has got 5 images and is unharmed. Arlen's got 12 damage and is exhausted. That exhaustion doesn't go away until you get the proper amount of rest or a spell to restore it. Ratimer is a bit beat up with 13 damage. Ugg has got a wicked bruised wound that is pussing a little bit. 17 cursed damage. The radiant skull of the boiled man has got beat up with spells, and acid is kind of drippy a little bit for 19 damage. And Sam looks like he's unscathed, although a bit sweaty.
That was fun. He turns around. Oh God! What happened to your face?
The armored cat-headed statue of the clay golem is all broken. inside of a greasy area. These two massive doors had slid into the earth when you had placed the 4 gems that you captured from the elder elementals. There is all sorts of writing. They're tipped over sarcophagi where the mummies came out. 3 of the 4 mummies are visible, as the 4th one got trapped in the earth from the corked acid pit spell. And it might be down in the earth somewhere. It does not look like it's digging its way up, as all the tiles and everything are kind of like back to how they were before the spell was cast, with a little bit of extra sheen on it from the acid. It might have done a bit of a clean job. Sam, this room is very dusty. It looks like there are some places where over the years part of the ceiling has collapsed in. And there's head-to-toe writing everywhere and weird geometric designs along the floors. You kind of get the sense, like, you're not seeing any traps yet, but you're like, I've probably wandered into the room with the glyphs a little too far.
I need a mage.
I need a young mage and an old mage.
Radimer's going to spend 3 rounds using a wand to heal up his wounds.
Arlen's going to touch him. If you would let him.
No. How many times do I have to tell you?
I prepared these specially for you.
He pauses for a moment. Are you sure this is not against your religion?
Arlen is like, we're a team.
Radimer nods and is going to watch you very closely. What spell are you casting?
This is the inflict like wounds.
Okay. With his spellcraft of plus 22, I think he automatically ascertains that you are casting a negative energy spell to heal him. He just watches you. He nods slightly. You did save me back there.
This was a very dangerous fight. I'm glad we all survived. Sorry for Prissy Pants, but we'll be able to bring him later. Thank you, Godiva. Arlen's gonna touch himself and remove the exhaustion. This is a ability from Bloodline Power, Cleansing Flame.
Okay.
And I heal 2d8 plus 10. So I am healed. Now, who's left?
Godiva,
Yeah.
and the
Let's.
Radiant Boil.
You can
Man.
also remove one of the following conditions. 1d6 ability damage: blind, confused, dazzled, deafened, diseased, fatigued, exhausted, nauseated, poisoned, or sickened.
Yeah.
Twice per
As
day.
a standard?
As a
I can do
standard,
this
twice
again.
per day. Yeah.
That's a really strong standard.
Yep. Plus it
Yeah, I can.
does.
Is that like the 8th level power?
It is
Ninth.
the 9th level bloodline power for Solar bloodline. Or solar, I guess.
So dark. I'm just hiding in the shadows. Anyways, I have to stop looking. I have to stop looking at myself. This is driving me nuts.
Nobody else. So let's take a look at. Let's do a heal check. Look at Godiva and look at Ugg.
Okay, so you wandered over to Godiva. Godiva's like, oh, it hurts it hurts so bad.
Everybody sit over here. We'll take a look at you.
It's so disgusting. They got under my skin.
I know.
Where my true beauty lies.
Oh god, I rolled a 24, measly 24. What can I tell about Godiva? What can I tell? I'll take a look at Ugg later.
Okay, Godiva, you understand that these are drained ability scores.
Okay.
Which I believe is a restoration
Let me
spell.
check. Drained ability.
Yeah, full restoration.
A full restoration. I don't have that prepared.
100 gold pieces of diamond dust for this version.
Yeah, I can do it tomorrow. I also have heal spells, but they're scrolls.
A restoration restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score. So it'll be multiple restorations.
2 for her. Right?
Yep.
2 for her, and then I'll take a look at Ugg.
Let's just before we. So Phineas prepares restoration.
As
because-
as an alchemist.
as an alchemist, because that's what he preps. And let's just see if. My God, I'm gonna have to go.
Yes, let's look at Phineas for a second.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I was pooping in the TV.
It's pooping in the TV.
How did you get in?
That's not what a VCR is for. The fuck's a VCR, Marty?
Yeah, you just dated yourself there.
Yep. Yeah, but it just.
Does Phineas has 4th level restorations. Phineas has a restoration prepared.
I don't think he's using it on Godiva at this point. While you were healing Ugg and Godiva and yourself, Ratimer, Phineas have wandered over
Forward.
to have a look at some of the engravings and the walls are full of writing. Some of it is in Kafranian hieroglyph, while others is in lower Kafranian and perhaps other languages. The two of them seem to be nerding out as to what all of this means. Look here, this says that this is the chamber of the Guardians. Well, yes, we fought 4 Guardians. You should probably take those amulets off those Guardians, Sam. However, be very careful. Do not touch their mummified flesh, as they carry likely disease.
Be careful, Sam. Oh, Sam.
Do be careful when you take the. Phineas is saying to Sam, do be careful when you take the amulets off of the mummies, not to touch the mummy flesh or their wrappings. They do carry disease.
Disease is bad. I don't need disease.
But their amulets are magical, and a lot of the things on Tular Seft are quite impressive. You may just want to take off everything that isn't part of the porcelain golem thing and put it into a pile. Be careful of curses, says Ratimer.
Alright, you guys just hang out over there and do your stuff, and I'll pick the things off the bits, and...
Okay, which ones are you picking off first?
We'll start with the mummies.
Okay, do you have poison use?
I don't have poison use.
Alright, give me 3 d20 rolls as you're taking amulets off of the...
I'm okay.
Alright, no ones? Alright, so you managed to kind of like use your thief tools and to extract the amulets, and you have...
I choose not to lick the mummy.
Yeah, exactly. You don't breathe in any of the dust.
Well,
and
or you don't lick your finger afterwards or whatever.
Accidentally touch one as you're leaning down. Like all sorts of things can happen. No, Sam's pretty careful, and he's like a budding rogue, isn't he? Isn't he like a 9th level rogue?
He's like a 9th level rogue.
Yeah. Okay, he's his. The stuff that he practiced when he was a halfling are coming in handy in the tomb of Tular Seft. So you collect up the amulets. Now it leaves Tular Seft. Sam, it's like Tular Seft, while he was moving like a man, now that he's dead, it looks like he was hollow. Like it was an inch and a half, like thick kind of like porcelain kind of rock that he was made of, and you can actually see that he's got a hollow space inside of his torso. He's covered in all sorts of items. The things that he dropped include He's got a magnificent headdress. This would look like, well, it looks like Tular Seft's token, right? We'll zoom in there. It is ostentatious Kafranian high priest pharaoh-looking headdress. It does have
Yeah, baby.
beautiful gems in it. He is wearing braziers that are also ostentatious-looking, golden with big opal-like gems. He has a very impressive-looking scimitar that he didn't take out of his sheath, but that is kind of lying amongst the heap. Radimer had waxed poetic about something called the Regalia of the Elemental Primarch, which is something that he knew about, even though it's been lying in this tomb for who knows how long. That the 4 items, the Terran Robe, the Palm of Infernos, the Palm of Still Water, and the Sandals of Insulation, are a collective regalia set that bestow greater powers when all worn together. And you do see that the golem was wearing a pair of sandals, that he did have weird glove-like things. They were less like gloves and more like things that go onto your fingertips and kind of like chain down to like a palm thing with a gem in the palm. Like they're gloves, but not in the typical sense. And the Terran robe is this really thick-looking robe that looks like it's made out of like moving stone. Those are all on the remains of the golem-like creature that was Tular Seft. The final thing that he dropped, and this was the thing when you had feeble-minded him that he was swinging madly at Ugg, was a adamantine-tipped quarterstaff.
See, this is why we don't bring Cade on these adventures.
Actually, the staff itself is made from a twisted and partially melted piece of adamantine. Atop one of the ends of the staff, it looks like this kind of like weird hand is kind of coming out of the top of the staff, still part of the same bit of adamantine. And your kind of roguish eyes see that it's the same shape as the big cabochon cut gems that you had placed inside the center device. Like one of the gems could be held by the kind of twisted claw that is coming out of the end of the adamantine staff.
Our gems are currently on the table, correct? Holding the door open.
Your gems are currently in the device holding this big door open. Yes.
Your Seft guy's missing his bits. I can put my hand right inside.
I think this chamber is safe, says Phineas. Yes, it simply gives warning of curses and the fact that his tomb is guarded. Well, guarded by him himself. Yes, that might be the joke here.
It will be guarded by the only man I trust.
They seem to move to the threshold to the next room, and they're now like reading the inscriptions along the walls and pointing things out, and the two of them make a very good team brain.
Yeah, Phineas has really, really, really high int, and Radimer has just high all the things.
Yep. This chamber is called the Crypt of the Golem. Another joke, it appeared, that our Tular Seft had a sense of humor.
Hey, remember the sandwich rule. You're in the sandwich. Always in the sandwich.
Yes, says Radimer with a flicker of annoyance that kind of ripples across his face. Something you've seen like 100 times before as you traveled with Radimer. But he simply, you realize, is that the two of them are excited, like they're two kids in a fucking candy store kind of thing. Both of them with sweet tooth. They're looking at all these sigils and pointing things out, and Sam, you're kind of like keeping them from going into the room.
No touching.
Give me a perception check, Sam, as you're like holding them back a little bit and also looking at the room. You're looking at different things, though. You're looking at telltale signs of magic and how it warbles the air or changes the stone. You're looking for cracks. You're looking for places where things can pop out, strange circles that don't make sense,
25.
depression plates. You're looking around. Well,
Okay, now let's be honest. Sam actually has an okay perception against traps. He just rolls crap when it comes to looking for traps.
yeah, maybe it's kind of like you're being distracted a little bit by Phineas and Ratimer, but you don't see any obvious traps. What you do see is that the golem was standing kind of along this wall, and it had been standing there for a long time, and you see the trail of dust that the golem made when it came out to approach you guys. It's like it hasn't moved in a very long time. There are bits of stone, including the stone that it was leaning against, that are clean, and much like ruins or much like real life, there may have been paint in here. You actually see some paint that is slowly kind of like evaporating in the air, like ancient paint. Some things that we forget, even in the real world, when we look at ancient tombs and ancient mausoleums and ancient structures, is that a lot of them were colorful. A lot of them were painted, and just the ravages of time and weather have worn away those pigments, and that's why we think of like structures being all stone or just like a big pyramid of like sandstone. Yeah, they're. The golem was standing there, and there's some beautiful kind of... Oh. Yes, we shall still see the markings, but to view this place in its prime would have been... a long time ago, says Phineas. Tular Seft? 3,000 years, perhaps?
What happens if you do your thing where you give yourself a headache here?
Give myself a headache, says Phineas.
Yeah, you do the epic of the legend of the thingy.
Oh,
What?
I'm saving that for something specific.
Why don't you just cast Make Whole on the wall? Wouldn't that make it repaired?
I'm not certain that Make Whole repairs the ravages of time.
Huh.
Yes, paints are also figments. Figments are alchemical, and things do, how shall we put it, break down?
Sam's gonna roll his spellcraft check. I can be a nerd too. I understand make whole. Yeah, but make whole doesn't work on the object because it's too big, and make whole if you break the sword that's too big, make whole doesn't work, and the balls are really, really big.
Right.
Such an odd place for the golem to stand. You think it would stand in the middle?
Where
Maybe.
was it standing? Things happened
It was
really
standing
quickly.
over there. Well,
Perhaps it was
maybe-
guarding a door.
there's a pile of rubble to the north.
Pile of rubble that came in through the roof. Yep. Looks like part of the roof is shifted and collapsed.
Sam's gonna go inspect the area in front of the rubble. This is like the mirrored location. Maybe there was two.
Yeah, the mirrored location would have had it right about here. You don't see any signs of golems in that area. It does not look like the rubble has disturbed this back wall, which has the majority of the big sigils and writing on it. Ratimer and Phineas are finally starting to approach. I believe this is the sigil of Tular Seft, and it shows that he is interred here. I would concur. It also has some strange inscriptions.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sandwich rule.
Marty,
Yep.
the radiant skull is invisible and going around. I healed it a couple of times, and it's just invisible and stealthing around,
Okay, so it's
making
like
sure
flying
we're not
around.
getting. Yeah.
Okay. And what is Phineas doing after? Well, let's go back to Arlen. Arlen, you're looking at Ugg's wounds.
Yeah. Need to roll that. Oh my god.
21.
You apply like sort of a. It it looks like there's some sort of magic that is keeping them that will keep them from closing.
Okay. Our knowledge arcana or spellcraft?
Arcana is a good roll.
Okie dokie. Let's roll my d20 plus 7 here. My 19s.
You recall somebody had mentioning that clay golems have that deliver cursed wounds. This is definitely a wound
Right.
that was delivered by the clay golem.
Okay. I'm gonna have to wait until I rest, Ugg. I think I can remove this.
Yeah,
But
I'll be all right. It's just a little itchy.
yeah, tomorrow I should be able to do it.
Okay. He goes wandering over. Godiva sits back down.
Same with your wounds. I'll be able to remove them. Actually, I can touch her and drained. Can I do drained?
No, drained is more permanent than ability damage. Ugg is wandering back over to where the others are.
So,
This is interesting. It says there are some things of great importance that were placed with Tular Seft when the final brick was placed here.
which one would be the last brick?
I'm not sure. It says that Tular Seft began to become very concerned and had constructed a great square with nothing in the middle. A square that binds the endless void, through which he could observe the beyond.
Sounds like a trap.
The other thing of great importance is a clock that determines the end of a thing. The greater the scope. No, that is not right. The greater the scope of the end of the thing. No, the greater scope of the thing's end depends on how long the clock remains stationary.
Can you repeat that again?
I believe that the clock determines the end of a thing at a greater scope if it remains in the same spot for a long time.
So you're saying it's best to keep moving the clock?
No. I think he's saying if you leave it alone, it gets smarter, and it will tell you stuff. But if you keep moving it around, it can't tell you much stuff because it needs to sit there and get smart.
Is it a cause? Or just a reading?
I'm not sure. It says what it says.
Incredible.
Beyond this wall, however, is the inner sanctum, and we shall find interred Tular Seft.
Is there any signs of being a mechanism, or is this like a permanent sort of?
Okay, so you're searching the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check. This is not against traps. You can give me a trap sense. It's very similar to trap.
Was a fun. 23.
Yeah, there's a lot of writing on the wall. You don't see any difference aside from where some of it got marred by the collapse, and then some of it was a little less. A little less writing was right here because the golem was blocking where it was standing.
So the golem would have went in before the writing. So
You're like, yeah, this particular spot in the wall is kind of bare.
I bet we go through this spot. At least this way we don't screw up the writing.
Okay. Phineas.
Why don't we get Godiva to send one of her elementals?
I'm not feeling very good there, sweetheart. I'm just gonna
I'll
stay
be
right
able-
here for a while. Just sort of lay down here. Ugh.
No problem. No problem.
Did the Kafrinian guys fight shadows, or is that a thing that's after these guys?
I do not like the sound of the square that binds the endless void, and how it allows you to glimpse the outside. This outside is not the way it is. The words and cuneiform used here means outside of creation.
Sam's gonna walk over here, pick up a rock.
Yep. A throwing rock or a bashing rock?
It's gonna be we'll grab one of each.
Okay.
Let's start with a throwing.
We'll start with a throwing rock and see if the wall explodes. It's gonna stand in front of the wall, 5 feet from the wall. Dude. Just gonna chuck a rock at it.
Okay, are you listening for sounds? Is that what you're doing?
I'm listening for sounds and to see if it goes through or to,
Okay, you bounce the rock off the wall a few times, and the sound here, along this portion of the wall, sounds different than the sound on this side and on this side. Like it's more hollow.
Alright, Ugg. Sandwich formation. We're gonna use our bashing rock to... We're gonna start bashing through the...
Okay. You're bashing a
Right,
rock
good-
against this
Godiva,
particular
let's-
wall.
Let's get closer to them just in case, Godiva.
Radimer and Phineas back up, just because.
The skull comes back.
Okay.
Me.
Oh, just leave me here for a while. I'll guard the gems.
This is what she says.
Alright, so...
Arlen's going to be
Good Hope
halfway.
is gone. Resist Acid Communal, I believe, is gone. It only has a few minutes left in it. Delay Poison and Air Bubble should both still be up. Good Hope
Yes.
is gone. Resist Acid is gone. Fly is gone.
Yeah, this has been we've been playing for 20 minutes. I'm gonna say at least 8 to 10 minutes have gone by.
Resist energy asset. Dimension hop. Freedom movement. Freedom movement's still up.
Yep.
Who has it? Death Ward.
Communal is gone. The Resist
Death.
Acid is gone.
Death Ward is up.
Death Ward is up. Death Ward is mid-level now, isn't it?
Yep.
They nerfed the crap out of Death
It's
Ward.
gone.
I went, let's take the spell, it's super useful. Alright, let's do everything we can to make it not useful. It's morale bonus. Good Hope is just as good, is half as effective, anyways, whatever.
Okay, whose token are you editing, Adam?
I'm editing Phineas, because Phineas
Okay.
has a bunch of crap in there that shouldn't be there anymore.
Okay, I will look at Ugg.
Alright, now I'm going to Radimer.
Okay,
What's
thanks.
done? I'll check the man.
I'll look at Godiva.
Shit.
So life bubble's still there, energy resistance still there. Yes, no.
No.
Not the acid if it's acid.
But the
Not the fire. The fire's gone.
Okay.
Fire's gone too.
Barkskin's still there. See Invis still there. Heroism gone.
Heroism still there.
Delay poison still there.
Yep.
Protection from evil communal gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Resist acid gone. Good hope.
Gone.
Expeditious retreat.
Gone.
Okay.
What cash level? It would have been about 8 minutes. You said 8 minutes? Then
Yeah.
it's gone. Yeah, it's our cash level. Alright. Okay. Smashing a wall.
Okay,
smashing
give
a
me
wall.
another perception check. Ugg can also make a perception check or aid, whichever you want, as you guys are trying to break rock.
And this is Ugg is gonna aid.
Why don't you use the staff? Looks quite sturdy.
Don't want to break your stick.
I'm talking about the one with the claw.
Yeah, there's something wrong with your insides. Jesus Christ. 27. Dog's trying to kill me. That is the worst smell.
4, so 60, 27. You guys, after hitting the wall a couple of times, and then Ugg was aiding, do notice that there is a very, very fine crack of a smaller doorway. Like, we're talking like a man-sized doorway.
Not Sam and Ugg sized.
Not Sam and Ugg sized, no. You could continue. You started chipping the wall, like you were able to start to break it.
Hey, there's a door. I will start, like, pounding on the door.
Yeah, Ugg takes out his lucerne hammer, and he's like winding up and swinging, and you guys are now mining through the door, the two of you. What is everyone else doing while you guys are doing that?
Could you perhaps look at these items, Phineas?
Oh, yes, I wouldn't mind. Ratimer keeping a single eye on Ugg and Sam and their good works as you guys start sifting through some of the items. Arlen, are you flying or are you on your chair now?
I'm on the chair.
Okay.
The broken chair, or the damaged chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to fix it.
I have, does mend? I think I have mend running. Or not running, but prepared.
It's the weight of the item that would be the problem. Somebody probably needs to take it apart before you
can apply okay.
mending.
To
Yep.
fix.
Make hole would definitely affect it.
Yeah, I can just fix it tomorrow.
Okay, Ratimer and Phineas are oohing and awing over some of the regalia is here, says Ratimer. It is here. Yes, a mighty elementalist would be made by whomever wears the sandals, the robe, and the 2 glove things. This staff looks very important as well.
I'm Terran-blooded, just in case you're wondering.
Oh my, look at this scimitar. Oh, I want to show you something. And he draws the scimitar, and he says a word, and an angry swirl of elements goes up around the scimitar blade. It is
Edward's favorite weapon.
fiery, frost, acidic, and electric all at the same time.
+7 effective weapon of old McHarry.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
The gems on the thingy, they fit the stick.
Oh, look at that.
Fine eye, Sam. Fine eye.
Not just another pretty face.
Yeah, Ugg and you are starting to break through, and yep, there is a thinner wall of stone. It's about 4 inches thick that you guys, over the next few minutes, manage to crack open. There is a pressure change when you finally break through, like air sucking in. It doesn't take long to fill.
Oh, okay, good. It's like, does it stop?
Got air bubble, life bubble. Which is... Yep. If we would have went in the middle, it would take a long time to get through that wall.
Yeah, this. Give me a second. This portion was. Oop. Am I on the wrong layer?
How big were the Kafranians? Because this is a big ass coffin.
There is a dust-covered but splendorous-looking gold-sheeted sarcophagus that could fit a large person inside if it was hollow. It is adorned with 4 brilliant gemstones along the top of the headdress and many semi-precious gems throughout. If it's solid gold, you guys are all rich. It's probably not solid gold by its size.
It's 15 feet long.
Yep.
8 feet wide.
There are head-to-toe inscriptions along the wall. There is an alcove with a single gemstone that is hovering there, and inside it's slowly turning. It looks like it's suspended of its own magic. And inside the gemstone, you can see all sorts of weird, like, sigils and characters kind of moving around inside the gemstone itself. And the light cast from this aura seems to kind of not quite reach this end of the room. There's a foreboding shadow. Of course, this is all seen when Sam and Ugg kind of probe the sheet of darkness that they saw, and kind of realize as they were busting through that their heads, you do kind of pass through what looks like a sheet of darkness that was cloaking this room. The sheet of darkness, however, was flickering and kind of letting you know that maybe there's a permanent spell here that is failing.
So when we step through, do we still see out the other side? Or?
You still see out to the other side, yeah.
The magic in the room is sick. So I don't know if it's...
If these items are not too dangerous, I can collect them.
So there's a bit of rubble on the floor now as you guys have broken through at this area.
Can I touch the golem while you go and look at what he's talking about?
Yeah, people that are outside can't see, hear, or hear Ugg and Sam as they're...
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll call this a failing mage's... What is it
Private
called?
sanctum.
Private sanctum, yeah.
Sam will poke his head out. Hey, I said that the magic is sick in here.
Huh.
It appears to be some sort of sanctum. Good job, the two of you. You're just gonna have to tell them again. They've popped back inside, says Phineas.
I've said it once, I will not be saying it again.
It does not matter. They do not appreciate me as much
No,
as
that's
they
not true.
as much as they should. And he glances back to Arlen, who's wheeling over.
All right, everybody, watch your step. Come on in here. He's like,
Yeah, there's lots of stuff in there.
and it's all blinky, and there's like a dark spot that way. It might be your square, and then there's a floaty thing.
What is this square exactly? What are we to do with it?
The prophecy of doom gazing through the nothingness and between the creations.
Maybe the two of us should go in there and look for traps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Radiant, can you go ahead with him? You know. Radiant, are you there? It's invisible. There
Okay,
you
the
go.
three of them wander into the room. Radimer and Phineas, should we lend a hand? I suppose we could try to identify any magic, although if there's... we'll have to do it from inside.
What are you two waiting for?
They don't seem to hear you.
We'll
Let's-
chuck a stone at Radimer.
Yes, I believe that is their invitation. Okay, grinding his teeth as he steps forward. The four of them go in. The radiant skull floating above all of you. Get the sense that something passed by you, Sam, as you look in. I believe that is it, says Phineas.
Okay, once they do a detect magic, we're gonna sort of like investigate.
Hey, gentlemen. Hello?
Yeah. What is it, Arlen? Because I think sound comes in, which doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't come out.
What is it?
You stick your head back
little
out to
help?
go, what is it? Yeah, there's all this
help.
rubble on the floor.
Little help, please.
Oh, Sam will grab you by the collar and kind of carry you like a backpack.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
You do drag the chair inside.
Take the chair or not?
You know what? We're gonna leave the chair on the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
No,
not a big room.
Ugg has a thing on his back that I can kind of strap myself into.
We should get you like a little board with some wheels on it.
All right. You can go on my back there. I gotta look around
Thanks,
for
Ugg.
traps though. Gotta help Sam.
Redeemed one. Or sorry, the radiant one. Can you help them?
Why don't we just stick you on the box?
What?
So Sam will look at the sarcophagus to see if the sarcophagus lid is trapped.
Okay, give me a perception check. Ugg is aiding. He auto aids.
Radiant skulls aiding.
35.
And the Radiant Skull
Radiant.
aids as well.
Yeah.
I believe the DC is 25 plus spell level.
Which means 20, 10th circle, 11th circle.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Given that you've come across these runes before, it looks like there is a lava rune trap on the sarcophagus that'll affect everything around it.
Oh, you don't want to sit on
Alright, let's just get me out of here.
Or maybe you do. That thing is going to make lava come out, which makes me think that there might be, one on each side. Wait a sec, for your regaliers of the elementalist, which one was the fire one?
Glove, I remember, something like that. I think it was a glove you
The
said,
right,
right, Amir?
It was
right
one of the
glove?
gloves. Yep.
Was it the right glove?
Let me see.
It is the right glove.
It is the right glove? Okay.
Perfect. So there's gonna be a water one on the other side, and then there'll be the electricity one at the feet, and there'll be a earth one on the head.
With the chest.
Are you saying we need
Good.
to use the regalia somehow?
That would be my. I mean, obviously they did something with it. Like, alright, we're gonna just sit Arlen on the floor.
Yeah.
You see all these markings on the walls? This is his spell book. Phineas is...
Okay.
Oh, I almost didn't notice that. How clever. Oh, we won't be able to... You notice that there are, like, stone panels all along the walls with all sorts of, like, arcane writing written on them. It looks like there is an Archwizard's spell book. This wall of lava would probably melt the spell book.
Ooh. We're checking the feet to see if the feet has this. If there's a symbol there.
Okay. No, you actually don't find any other traps. It is effectively the wall of lava will appear around the edges of the tomb
It'll go like it'll do that
just
perimeter around the.
Yep, and just start melting things with its heat.
Okay, that thing I was saying about. Don't mind that.
Ugg gives you like just sort of an elbow, and you see he's looking inside of this strange metal perfect square. It is almost 10 by 10 feet. That is against the wall, affixed, and there's just this like you look into it and you almost feel like your head is falling into the space beyond.
No, that's the non-creation space. Don't look there.
I thought I saw something in there.
Don't look at it. No.
Ugh,
Here.
Sam, I wouldn't look into that thing. We don't.
It's hard not to. He puts his hand up.
All right, just get over here then. Just keep your back to it.
So I think the trap will make the lava stuff come out and then basically melt the room.
Well, that's not very good now, is it?
You think you can disable it? You saw the trap. It is an 8th level spell. It is DC 33.
Maybe.
Well, we can't. You see, Phineas, there are 9th circle spells on these walls. 9th circle is what he's saying.
Perhaps
we'll get you 3/3. Won't that make you happy?
Question: how much lava would come out? Phineas, do you know?
A wall of lava would go to the ceiling here, and well, you won't want to be in this room.
It would fill the room. And what if we create a wall of stone around it?
It is lava. Lava is molten stone and rock.
Eventually it would melt it, but...
Well,
Alright.
if we try real hard, we might be able to. I might be able to break it. I mean, I've got the tools.
Phineas, could you get rubbings of the spells that are on the walls? Would that be sufficient?
No. You would have to copy them down painstakingly like one does when they're a wizard.
With a spell. I understand.
We might be able to remove these stone panels, perhaps with some sort of stone shape spell. That would be slow and painstaking work, and then we'd be left with a ton of stone to move. Yes, and
I do have that spell.
If we broke the tablets, the spell would be ruined.
We know the we made that scry check, right?
Which one?
Last session. If we just leave it here, that isn't the old creepy bugger gonna find it?
Yeah, the spinning gem with the slight sort of sigils in it. Radimer has slowly moved around and is now kind of gawking at that thing as Phineas and them are perimetering the room, looking at the spells on the walls. There are 4th through 9th circle spells written on these walls. A whole spell.
What happened to 1 to 3?
Lesser spells. He thinks he's a wizard. Yes, I know. It's funny, isn't it?
I like bullshit.
So
Sam,
what do you plan to
give
do?
me a perception check.
What do you plan to do with these
Is this
spells?
just a regular one or against?
Just a regular one. Yep. Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap of the mind. Now you're rolling that 20. You thought you saw something move in the out of the corner of your eye in the empty space that is bound by the metal frame. You're like, you see, says Ugg, there's something in there.
There's something moving in there. What's moving in there? I'm not looking at it, but what's moving in there?
I don't know. You told me not to look at it.
Guys, we don't know what this... What if it can look back? Let's just get away from it. Stand on this other side, please. Just all move away from the magical thing, and Arlen takes a look as he moves away.
Okay, give me a perception check, Arlen.
1d20. Oh yeah, I don't see it. The total is
What's your wisdom-based caster?
18.
18? No, it you get the sense that they saw something and it moved out of view before you could look at it.
What are they seeing?
It is impenetrable darkness.
I don't like it.
A place where nary light has touched is what you get from the sense of it. Although you do feel your mind kind of being pulled into it, like maybe if you stood closer, you could see more.
I kind of want to throw a rock at it.
I know, me too. Don't. What if you hit whatever's inside? Let's not bring attention to ourselves.
Is this the gem? Yes, but don't touch it. The greater the concern, the longer it stays in one place. And it's been here for how long? 3,000 years, maybe?
Hyperbaric time chamber.
I wonder what scope it is prophesizing about after 3,000 years. It must be a very large scope indeed. This, gentlemen, is what I was saving my legend lore for.
Does it raise like a little flag to tell you it's done?
Don't mind him. He probably thinks the world is flat.
Everybody knows it's a giant boulder in a space full of lots of giant boulders.
I stand corrected.
Otherwise, how do the gods hold them up if they're flat? It's very, it's very hard to hold.
Ratimer shakes his head and kind of brushes some of his hair behind his ears. He's looking at this fantabulous gem. The gemstone is about the size of a grapefruit. Like, it's like more of a crystal kind of floating there and circling.
Right.
And there's little tiny, like, sigils inside. Sequences
closer,
of sigils.
Arlen, could
Yes?
you
So
make
take a
your
look.
rug fly vertically?
Sure?
Can you just
Yes.
put the rug over the big black space of nothing, of non-creation?
Oh, right.
It's looking at me.
Okay.
Who's got the rug?
You came in with us. We folded it up. I think Ugg has it.
Alright, we command it to block the stand, like over here somewhere. Oh, too big.
All right. At this point, anyone who's looked inside of the
Put the rug to stand right here.
You guys are moving back over towards the thing to put the rug up.
Yeah, Arlen commands his rug to. Sorry, I drew a line and I can't get rid of it.
I think it's be in contact with it.
Oh, I have to be standing there? Oh, crap. Fine.
Yeah. So, yep, we're going over here.
Okay.
Bring up a rug so we stop looking at the damn thing.
Everyone who's looked into the rug, or sorry, looked into the frame, I need a will save.
Okay.
A will save
Oh, crap.
to not look at it anymore?
Well, yeah, you guys have all looked at it, and then
Oh no.
Is this an enchantment?
it is not.
Is this a bad time?
Actually, it is. It's an enchantment, fear, mental, mind affecting effect. So,
Is Good Hope still running?
No.
Oh, look, I rolled a 1. How awesome for Arlen. Fuck.
I wonder how many people are going to jump into the mirror. 27 for Sam.
okay.
And Ugg gets a... Oh my god, Ugg. Oh, Ugg, why are you so... Oh my god. 10 for Ugg. Does a 10 make it bloody?
No, at this point in time, perhaps whatever was looking back at you, or perhaps it just it was somnolent for some time. But Arlen starts screaming in Ugg's ear. Ugg's like, "Ah!" Ugg is frightened. Arlen takes 1 point of int, wisdom, and charisma damage,
Okay.
and is now thrashing around madly. Sam,
Oh,
you
boy.
managed to avoid looking at it, and you position the rug. You kind of command the rug to sit upwards. Like the person who last commanded the rug can actually call the rug to them. Like they're like rug here, and it will
Rug
float.
here.
It'll float over
Rug
to you like
there.
like a
Rug.
dog.
Good
And given that he handed the rug to you, you guys all know the command word for it. So he kind of went rug like up like this, and you were able to shield the rest of the room from the view of it. But Ugg is like ah from whatever is going on, and Arlen is actually confused. At the same time, a bunch of you are looking back as you hear Godiva screaming, and I need to roll initiative.
Well then.
That's
As
great.
there are people.
Shadows.
No. The
Oh,
other
that's a-
adventuring party has shown up to get absolutely punished by us. Hey, they brought the treasure.
Okay, so in the surprise, they get surprise, and then we'll start counting down the frightened and confused state that Arlen is in. But we'll roll
Initiative. Arlen
initiative.
gets a 20 for the first time. Good times. Times lay ahead.
So Godiva's kind of perceptive, so she might have knew something was coming. Plus 17. Oh. Well, she might have been taking a nap or some nonsense.
Yeah, she was lying down, going, "Oh, it's so painful."
and also not shutting up. Just
Yeah. As these adventurers earth glided through the rubble, and kind of ended up in this little chamber, and they're like, "What the fuck's going on?" And they see this little goblin lady, and
Well, you know this henna character? That's a punchable face right there. There's punchable faces. That's a face that's like, yeah, it's okay. to
so
punch
we've
that
got
one.
somebody named Motek the Beast Lord.
He looks misunderstood.
We've got Henna. We've got
Punchable
Labar
face.
and Randwick the Vile.
He looks cold. Did he not just come from Kafrania outside? Hotter than balls?
Perhaps not. You know, magic's also a thing.
I wear a parka all the time, and I cast Endure Elements, so I can wear my parka, because I like my parka. That works too.
Wow. Teleporting is also a thing.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
these are
Plus 4 for him, plus 2.
Old guy Magoo is somewhere.
You think? I don't think he's there.
He would-
Hope
they
he's
would-
not there. I really
that
hope he's
weird
not there.
mind magic, he would have had to be the one teleporting. Or maybe they were scrying into a bucket, a pee bucket that everybody could see.
The bar and
Okay.
no, they came through the rubble. They
Oh, no, they didn't-
they
didn't
earth
scry
they
it.
earth glided through the rubble.
Yeah, they would have found the. Ahmed is really loud, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thought I was muted.
The They probably started at somewhere near our base up top, and then
Trying to
looking
find
for a
where
way
you
in.
guys were going in. They might have went in through the old front door. Like, hey, why is there a crypt here? Oh, it's all collapsed. We've got a spell for this. All right, so you guys added your initiative, or are these the nuked ones?
Oh, here, no, I have to have it
Okay.
rolled.
All right. You want me to do?
Sam gets 5. Phineas gets an 11.
Arlen got a
gets
20.
13.
Arlen got a
Arlen
20.
got a 20. Ahmed stopped at
20,
Arlen.
24.
Ratimer gets an 8. The Skull of Man gets a 20.
Godiva got what?
Good. So that's an important one. Godiva gets a 17.
It's good.
And Ugg.
Ugg got a.
We rolled Ugg, didn't we?
I rolled Ugg. Ugg got a 13.
Okay.
We're so screwed. We're so low powers.
Ugg's frightened lasts for 5 rounds.
You know that the necromancer, who's got primarily spells that affect things that are alive and not elementals, has a lot of oomph.
And Arlen's confusion will last for 4 rounds.
That's a problem.
Hopefully, one of the confused states is not triggered near his trap.
Yep, that's a problem.
Okay, surprise round. Motek the Beast Lord is going to simply move right up to Godiva. Swinging a great axe. He doesn't get to attack. Oh.
Did you mute?
Oh my god, sorry. Oh my gosh.
Eating granola or something.
The rogue is actually not visible at this point in time. And he begins studying Godiva.
Follower of Assassin.
Henna is going to flame strike Godiva. For 35 damage.
Alright. What's the save?
The DC on the save is 20. It's a reflex save.
Alright. Makes it.
Okay, so she takes half, so 17.
Okay.
And, oops, that guy is not visible. This one. That was Henna, and then Randwick the Vile is going to do something bad to Godiva.
And because of the nonsense that happened in that other room, Godiva does not have any spells left out of her summoner pool. Because she needed all of them to keep Prancy Pants alive.
Invisibility, maybe?
She needed to use all of her summoner spells.
Oh,
Like,
man.
all of them. She's got 2 firsts left.
Okay, after the fire rocks away.
So we heard the explosion before the scream, right?
Yeah, you heard the explosion, the scream, and then she is. There is magic that is now trying to encase her in a thin layer of ice. Give me a reflex save. The DC on this one is 21.
Is this like Frosty Teleport or whatever? Weird. Will save?
Reflex save.
Reflex save? 32?
Okay, so she made it, which means that she is not like trapped inside a cocoon of ice. She gains the entangled condition, but can otherwise act normally. Whether or not the target makes the save, she takes 10 points of cold damage.
Okay. I'm just checking to see if she's
And this is continuous damage. As she still has ice clinging to her, so I'm going to give her a blue aura. Teal, maybe. There we go. And this lasts for... Whether or not the target makes a save, it takes 1 point of cold damage per cast level each round. It is helpless or entangled in the ice. She can try to break the ice as a full round action, or actually chip away at the ice.
It's a garbage spell. All right.
Okay, and then this guy appears because of it, because of that spell.
That's a little overpowered.
All right, Radiant Skull. Here's the things going on.
All right. Reach out and touch someone. Yeah, he's gonna go out and try to get me.
Okay, he flies
Get
at
somebody.
50 perfect.
Oh, hero.
Thank you. He's invisible. Do people look at him?
They seem concentrating on the goblin at this point in time. Libar 5 foot or kind of moves behind this pool of water that was moving around and continues studying Godiva. Arlen, you're confused.
Oh.
Give me a
Yep.
percentile.
21.
Normal, I think. Or is that stab yourself? I think it's stab yourself.
Acts normally. You're all sorts of strange thoughts about this is a place of even worse shadows are like in your mind, and you stop yelling. You're fixed to Ugg's backpack. He's going.
I'm pulling. Can I cast heal on myself from a scroll, and will that get rid of
Okay, you pull out a scroll.
Wait, hold on. I have a. Is this the surprise round?
Nope, this is the
full
real round.
Full round, so I can pull and cast.
Yes.
Now the
And
question
Ugg hasn't
is,
started running yet, so there is
Don't get
no
violent motion penalty.
there's no violent motion at this point.
does this remove what I know is happening to me?
Don't know.
Can I roll like a heal check to know like something's up with me, or
Do you
wisdom check?
your mind is full of confusing thoughts, and do you have the heal spell normally?
I have I don't, but I have I have scrolls for it.
As a cleric, you don't have that ability to cast yet?
No, heal is on I think 6th.
Oh, right, and you're a 10th level. Okay, give me a spellcraft check or knowledge religion.
Okay. Spellcraft.
DC would be 21.
27.
Okay, yeah, it does get rid of the confused state.
Okay, I'm gonna use it.
Okay, you cast a spell from the scroll. What level is the scroll?
The scroll is 11th, I believe.
I think you need to make a caster level check to cast a spell that is on a scroll that is higher level than you.
Mm-hmm.
The scroll is
The DC is 12, and you need to roll a caster level check. So
1d20 plus 10. So
Yep.
I think I automatically make that, right?
no, don't roll 1.
Yeah, 13. So
Okay.
I'm good.
The arcane words, or sorry, the divine words spill off of the scroll as it burns up. You feel yourself getting better. It heals you of a bunch of conditions and damage. The most concerned of which is the
Int.
is the confusion.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Oh, and the int wisdom and charisma damage is also gone.
Cool.
Did that wisdom damage drop you below 16 wisdom?
Did it block? No.
Oh,
No,
and
my
you're a
wisdom's
charisma
pretty high.
caster. Okay, so it didn't drop you below 16 charisma, right?
I'm wisdom and charisma.
He's casting that one with wisdom.
Okay. All right. As
I
long
have
as
a
it
22. I have a
okay,
22.
great. that means you're able to cast a 6 circle spell.
Yeah, you didn't have to use my device check.
Yeah. So Arlen, you cast a heal scroll and you get rid of the confusion effect on yourself. Ugg's still going like, ah! He looks like he wants to
Okay,
bolt from that.
what's wrong with him? He's afraid. He looks afraid.
Yep. Godiva gets to go.
Oh boy. Withdraw.
She's entangled, prone.
She's entangled and prone and sleeping. Like, yeah. All right. So, Ahmed, if she can summon as a standard.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we can. That is the least of the concerns. Alternately, she could attempt a mirror image. Alternately, she could attempt a hold person. Alternately, she could use a bard song to try to suggest someone to go away, or like Dirge of Doom or something. Those are what she has access to.
I think mirror image is probably the best thing at this point. Cast defensively, mirror image, stand up.
Yeah, there's not enough actions. Being prone is a problem. And invisibility.
Sorry.
Yeah, she can't get invisibility out because she doesn't have any spells left.
And she's taking 10 damage as well, right? That's going to affect the concentration.
Oh yeah, there'll be concentration. There'll be two casts, little checks. And she's bloodied already. Okay. So yeah, I guess we'll mirror image. Cast mirror image defensively.
Okay, the first one is defensively, so I believe that is
Plus damage, plus spell level.
15 plus double spell level, so 19.
She makes it.
All right, next is versus the ongoing injury. This is DC 10 plus half damage plus the level of the spell, so this would be 17.
Okay, she makes that.
Auto makes it.
31.
Okay. All right, and what spell was it?
Mirror image. So
So
5
how many?
images.
Nice.
Nicely done. Is she going to stand from prone?
And we're gonna stand from prone because
She needs to, yeah.
All right, the Beast Lord is going to take a
Arlen, save me!
a big swing with his great axe at Godiva.
There are horrible men here. It's horrible.
Okay, the -3 is from power attack. AC 34
Maybe hits.
hits a Godiva.
Hits a Godiva.
For fuck's sake.
Plus 22.
At least the images are okay.
Chance of killing Godiva.
Yes, I'm aware.
She got hit by a great axe for 31 damage.
She's still alive.
I don't think so. I think she's unconscious.
Oh, shit.
She's at 58 damage and 3 calm drain. Does getting hit do anything to the ice? 'Cause I think some of those ice spells, when you attack the creature, you
give me
don't
a
get ice
second.
off. Gel had some of those. I don't think he ever cast them. So Godiva's got 16 hit points off the top, and
Yeah, actually take 12 hit points back, and the ice has been broken off of her.
okay, because that's good, because that 12 hit points means she's only done. I believe she was dead a second ago, so.
Okay, and there is
46.
a bleed effect that is happening. I just need to find the right one.
Oh, shit.
46 plus 16.
It's not bleeding attack. What's the one that anyone can take? It's a feat.
I don't know. Godiva's unconscious.
Okay. She falls back down. a bunch of mirror images, and she has a bleed effect on her for bleed 1.
How the hell are we gonna save her?
Well,
I mean, I have a way of getting to her and actually saving her, but I'm gonna be dead
well,
if I do that.
we just need to get to her. That's all.
Okay.
Dimension door me, and I can heal her.
Ugg is frightened, so I believe frightened. Do you drop what you're holding?
Panicked is drop what you're holding. Frightened is just you run away from the thing that frightens you.
Okay, so at top movement, he's going to move away from the frame. Takes -2 on all attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, ability checks. Flees away from the thing. Okay. What's his movement rate?
40, I believe. Check Ugg over here.
See? He's bringing you towards the problem.
Okay, so that's 40 going through the rubble, the difficult terrain, and then another 40. So a screaming Ugg dragging Arlen out. Scrambles into the room.
I know these are a bunch of like psycho murderers just based on their tokens, but they didn't need to be. They could have been just any adventurers, and it's a goddamn half troll and goblin so far.
Yeah, it does startle them. Now it is Montek, the Beast Lord. Well, he was going to do something bad to Godiva, but he sees Ugg coming, so I think he's going to charge Ugg.
Lucerne Hammer.
Ugg can defend himself.
Yep.
AOO.
Yep. Confused doesn't take AOs, but frightened does.
He does have to try to get away, though, so he will like move around this dude.
Yeah, he's not going to stand there and fight,
Yeah.
but okay. So Ugg's scaredy whack from Ugg.
Yep.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Okay, he will 1d20 plus 16 minus 2 for being less scared.
AC 22.
Right, and we will power attack, I suppose.
Just try to get it out of the way. He's like,
Just go away. AC 25.
Hits.
All right, doing 1d12 plus 8 plus 9. 18 damage.
18 damage becomes 15.
Now, how do you remove his fear?
And then
Remove fear.
He comes in with a power attack charge with the Great Axe, AC 29 on Ugg.
Ugg's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit Ugg.
Wait a second. Does he have anything? No, he doesn't have a goddamn thing. Alright. Yeah, that hits Ugg. His AC is 26.
Okay, 24 damage.
Okay.
All right.
This is the answer to that question is story beat and roll with punches. That's the plan
Phineas.
right now.
Phineas.
Oh,
it appears that we've got a bit more. Someone is here.
Yeah, and there's a lot of screaming, and now the screaming stopped. So, let's, get me out there, coach.
What is Phineas doing?
Phineas is going to, or Ahmed,
I'm just gonna look up Phineas here.
he needs to.
He used to put some really powerful spells down. Quick.
I'm just trying to see if he has a second greater invisibility.
Yeah, Mark is very defensive with Phineas. He always casts a defensive spell first.
Right, so he's going to move over to Sam and cast a defensive spell.
Okay.
He's going to cast just an invisibility because he doesn't have any. He only has 1 C greater invisibility.
Okay, he
prepared.
floats over the trapped the trapped sarcophagus in Tular Seft near Sam and will cast a lesser invisibility on himself. Sounds like.
Yep.
Henna. She's going to stride forward, kind of hops up. This is all part of an expeditious retreat. You notice that, well, I guess, Arlen, you notice that she glances at the gems because they're sparkly and magical looking.
Mm-hmm.
She might not know what they do. But she sees Ugg and Arlen kind of like, who's this mad asshole? And she's going to attempt...
Well, it looks like he's looted Arlen from the like.
she
Saving
goes,
his stack for later.
I think it's a person. I don't know if it's a person. It's probably a person. And she's going to cast Hold Person on Ugg. The DC is 17 will save. He's in a -2 to saving throws due to his fear.
You'd never wanted Ugg to fail a save as bad as this in your life. All right.
Do it.
Hold, she says.
A 9.
Ugg is now held and paralyzed.
Yep. Now, all right, Arlen. Keep Ugg from getting coup de grace, but at least you can hang out for the fight.
Yeah.
Sam. Ugg's not yelling anymore, and he's just sort of twitching against the...
Get me in there! What are you waiting around for? Don't just disappear! Ugg's gonna delay until...
Or Sam's gonna delay?
Sam's gonna delay.
Can Phineas teleport him in there?
Radimer.
Yeah. Get Phineas to teleport him in there.
Radimer?
How dare these assholes...
Radimer is going to move over, and we're going to teleport to where Godiva was? Because that's where the screaming started?
Or Radimer readies a spell for Phineas to teleport?
That would be good, too. So, going first will be better for everyone else, but waiting for Phineas is better for him. So
yeah, Radimer's he's gonna ready a Uki spell to.
Yeah, he will delay for after Phineas.
Delay or ready?
He moved, so he has to ready. So
Okay.
I have to pick a spell. I'll give you Radimer. What do you still have in the tank, Radimer? They sound like people. So I think we're gonna do the bone crushing one, because that's always fun.
What is a spell that gives people freedom of movement other than freedom of movement?
Freedom of movement. Remove
Oh.
paralysis.
Remove paralysis.
You could also summon a ghoul army and send them out there, just to have flesh on the field.
That's funny.
No, we're gonna appear on the other side and bone shatter someone.
Okay, Bone Shatter, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you do hear voices like they're like talking. It's Imperial Common.
Sam will take his action because if we're waiting for another round, so stop his delay.
Okay, so he's at an 8. Go ahead.
Wait a sec. How does this? He'll maintain his delay. It's fine.
Undoing that.
Sorry.
All right, Randwick the Vile.
It's a mighty fine pickle you got here.
Alright, he's going to fly forward hastily.
Got the round per levels up.
Minute for levels. Fly. Or he has overland flight.
I heard hastefully. I don't know.
Oh yeah, hastily. Yeah, he's just gonna fly for it then. 60 with some near Godiva. Whoops.
we're getting butt sexed at the end of a dungeon, so something, anything.
There's the light priest.
He's gonna quicken True Strike a empowered acid arrow on Arlen.
Okay.
That's cool.
Because that's vile.
I respect that.
Respect.
Okay, 33 touch.
Yeah.
He's going to blow his meta magic mastery to also extend it. So Arlen,
I could use you on the field.
3 is
Do you have anything against acid?
No. Let me check.
There's a whole bunch of like little minor resist items floating around. So.
Yeah. No, I don't.
all right. So it's a
Let's see,
6-round acid arrow, and this round you take 7 acid damage.
Question: is this a? Would the gloves of arrow snaring work against this?
No.
No, but your blurry thing.
Oh, blur.
Yeah.
25%.
Hit. Okay, a bolt of acid went. Well, then he had True Strike up as well, so the blurry thing wouldn't have
that's true.
applied. So the thing just splashes against your chest. Ah, it's everywhere. Ah! For 7 points of acid damage,
Okay.
and it's continuous. Radiant Skull.
Let's see.
Radiant Skull can.
Reinstall is gonna get ready to.
Do you want him to? So
He's
can-
going to ready to move at. He's gonna. I think he can move over here, and ready to attack this guy if he casts another spell.
Oh, you can 5-foot step as part of a ready, so sure. Ready to interrupt.
Is that a good idea?
Yep.
Ready to disrupt a spell? Sure.
Let's do that.
This guy walks over to Godiva. He's going to. This is his 3rd round of studying. I think he has to study for 3 rounds. Assassin studies victim for 3 rounds and then makes a sneak attack. Studying is a standard action, so yeah, he's right up to Godiva. This is his last round of studying. Arlen.
Yeah, so many fucking things. Okay, so this guy does not get coup de grace. We're going to take Ugg.
Oh, it's 8 rounds. So that's 4 rounds. It would be extended.
Probably
so
don't
8
want Ugg
rounds.
to get coup de grace.
Yeah, I'm moving him over here.
Oh, you're just.
You're
You're
dimensionally,
hopping Ugg.
you're dimensionally
I
hopping.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Fuck.
What's wrong?
That's a hop.
Can't
So
get coup de grace
he's not getting coup de grace.
Okay.
unless that guy's got lunge. But
And
although I think coup de grace specifically says adjacent. So
Yep.
I think specifically adjacent because we know the second Ugg gets this little condition off of him, he is coup de gracing all these motherfuckers.
yeah, we're gonna need help. I need help over here.
Is this a spell-like
I'm
ability or a
paralyzed.
supernatural ability?
This is a give me a sec. This is the Dimension Hop SP.
SP? Okay, so
Spell like.
this is like a dimensional spell, so half damage dealt, you need to make a concentration check to do this of DC 17?
Made it.
Okay.
Now that we've done that,
Standard would be good.
yeah. Let's frig with these guys a bit. Because screw you for coming into our area and messing with us.
And you have some visibility, so you can see all the invisible people.
Yes, let's fireball and not hit Godiva.
Sneeze of joy.
I think I can do that. I can fireball and not hit Godiva. There we go. That's
That'll wake you up in the morning.
60, 10 plus 10. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait, sorry, I'm an asshole.
60, 10 plus 10.
10.
It was a really
10
low damage fireball. But
It's
it's
like-
like
it's like
plus 10.
a 6-level mythic cast, a mythic fireball or something.
30. Fuck. Come on, guys.
37. Okay.
That's horrible.
All right. So
37 damage.
what's the DC of the save?
The fireball DC is 18, 19, 19 for this.
Okay. The rogue failed by 1.
Do you really want to spend a round coup de grace? Negates the thing with mirror images?
Yeah. Then the flying mage. So we know how good reflex saves are for wizards. Failed.
My wife's flight was delayed.
And then the woman.
In an hour, I'm going to have to step out for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Same.
She
same
also
for me.
failed. Okay, they're screaming as fire erupts all around them. It was Arlen. Godiva takes one bleed.
We need help over here now.
She takes 1 bleed, and then she's got bleed, so does she have to
Yeah, she has to
take
make
2
a.
bleed?
Yeah, I think she makes a con check.
Con check. She rolls a 10.
She got -3. She's got 3 con
Yeah.
drain at this point.
Yeah, so here, give me a second. Godiva rolled a 10 and adds 0, so
Not
that
much.
fails by default.
So she takes 2 damage this
She
round.
takes 2 damage, so she's now at 4.
How much is she at?
She is at -4 right now.
Okay, Ugg
Get
is running from the source of his fear.
He ain't afraid to know.
He can't move.
He's
He
going to
can't
more
move.
action
Oh,
to
yeah,
break
full
the
round
person.
action to break the DC 17.
17.
Okay, so full round action. He stumbles out of the paralysis.
That's round 2.
Your platform has gone its legs back.
Kill the priest! Kill the priest! Montauk
great.
charges.
Let's go! Let's get us in there, guys! It's game time! Come on! Come on!
Charges Arlen.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This guy's got an axe.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
AC 33.
Not a 1.
100 on the chart. So no, not the chart, but the blur effect.
The blur's only for ranged attacks.
Oh,
It's only ranged.
we'll save that 100.
That doesn't work that way!
Nope. No, you don't.
Just taunting the players a little bit. It's fun sometimes. Plus
This is one of those
9.
things where if we showed up at the table, there would have been like 1 shenanigan left, and it'd been like, oh, don't worry about that, guys, I just forgot on the table. And then this shit happened, and then it's like,
28 damage on Arlen. Ugg did get an Ugg did get an AOO.
Yep.
With the Lucerne hammer as this guy came swinging in.
Ugg is gonna bash this guy with a hammer.
20, 20, 20, 20.
It's possible. That missed.
AC 20 charging or AC 22?
AC 20 charging.
Still miss.
Okay. Phineas.
Okay, we're going to go into the ring, and I don't want to get hurt.
Help! Help!
Phineas is going to use a magic to get us by that dais.
Okay.
He'll use a dimensional door.
All right. He's going to dimension door. Phineas is a bit of a coward. He's going to kind of do it like over here. You wanted him to do it here, is what you're saying.
Well, I was expecting him to go onto the dais just because he knows what's going on there. Like he doesn't see the battlefield.
Yeah.
He just knows that's where Godiva was. So.
Yeah. Okay. So he gets close to Godiva like this.
Yeah. Like that's the only reference point that I would assume he would have had. Okay. Ready to action.
First, it's Radimer's ready to action, then Sam's delayed. Yeah. So Sam's delaying to 13 on the initiative.
So.
And ready to action for Radimer goes on the 14. Oops.
All right. So I see a Randwick the Vile and a Lady Pants and an invisible guy.
Yeah, this woman's wearing full plate. She's got a great axe in her hands and an evil look on her face. This guy's wrapped in robes and has got really weird hair and doesn't look well armored. And I don't know if you see the invisible.
He sees the invisible one.
Okay. A guy dressed in leathers and is wielding a dagger.
Do it.
Radimer's gonna step back and bone shatter the one that doesn't wear armor. So the
Randwick?
invisible one.
Yep.
Oh, this guy?
We're gonna bone shatter the invisible one.
The invisible guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's fort safe.
Crafty assassin.
He's got bones.
It's the DC of this necromancy spell.
This necromancy spell. This necromancy spell. Excuse me. I did have this queued up a second ago. This bone shatter necromancy spell has a DC of it's a 4th circle. No, the 5th circle. So many spell lists. It's a 5th circle spell, so that is 17 plus 5, 22.
Does a 19 make it?
No, it did not.
You'd hear his bones cracking and popping. I don't know if there's any additional effect.
Yeah, he is exhausted. He's exhausted for minutes and takes 12d6 damage as his bones crack within his carcass. So 44 damage and exhausted. Yes, I see the bones in there.
Oh yeah, he's more than bloodied by that. He was close to bloody to begin with. Phineas had teleported. Radimer had his ready to action. Then it is Sam who has a delay, and there is a space before Henna goes. So Sam,
we're gonna step forward, and we're gonna.
Could the kind of give Sam the flank? Could Redeemed attack on the other side to show him, or does he have to wait for a cast?
Sorry, Redeemed doesn't have reach.
Radiant Skull does not threaten. He's
waiting.
tiny.
He has to
step
wait for the
into
move.
squares. Yep. Randwick
okay.
the Vile does have a slight blurring effect on him, just as an FYI.
Okay. Sam is going to knock out. Well, we're going to full round him, and the first attack will be a knockout blow.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
The Wizard has an AC of 22.
All right. Is he a human?
He is human.
Maybe I should hit him with the sap.
Oh, this is the human bane.
I have a human bane sap that. You know what? We're gonna hit him with the sap. No, we'll knock out. We'll do this way because we want to use the knockout blow, and I can't knock out blow with the sap.
You probably also need to take out the sap. I don't know. Quick draw or.
I can swift action and give myself quick draw. Give me a second. I want to check knockout blow. I might be able to knockout blow with the sap because I'm
That kind of fighter.
a brawler. Because I think knockout blow is a melee attack, not a. It is just an attack. So theoretically, you could do it with a ranged attack. All right, we're gonna pull out the sap. We're gonna 5-foot step. We're gonna use a swift action to give ourselves quick draw. We're gonna quick draw out the sap, and we're gonna beat the guy with it.
Okay.
Okay. So my normal bonus to hit is it's a +3 weapon, so it's 2 higher than my normal unarmed attack. And then he's human, so that's another 2, so that's +4 to hit. And there we go. So 1d20 plus 15 plus 4 minus 2 for we're going to be brawling. AC 26
with a percentile hit.
Okay.
That's with the knockout blow.
Yeah, this is the knockout blow. So
Catching him under the chin.
4d6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2. Is that all? Is that the right number? So 25 non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal, eh?
And a fortitude save versus being knocked out.
What's the fort save?
The fort save is not that high. It's only DC 19.
Yeah, but his saving throw is not that high. It's only +5. 23.
Well, this just means I get to beat on him some more.
It must be all that matted hair that he's got kind of all around him.
It's gonna be a while.
All right, AC 33.
That is a connect.
Okay, so that's another 46 plus 3 plus 5 plus 2. 26 non-lethal.
Alright, 51 non-lethal. I gotta check.
I mean, he's got a bunch of
80
fire.
6 is 80 plus 1d10 plus 10. 13 of temp.
Carry the 1.
75. He's got 5 hit points left.
Well, we're gonna give him some lethal damage when I beat him with this really heavily non-lethal thing.
You punch him a couple times, and you're gonna just come in with your knee right to the gut.
All right. AC 17.
Misses by 5.
And AC 17. Look at that. Roll a 5.
Oh, he's flying! Shit, he's gonna floating back from you. All right, they're all fucked up. Henna is going to move to here.
This is what you get, priest of light.
Hey, don't touch my priest of light.
Dragon and elf shadow, bring darkness to this room.
And she yells out into the room, and she's going to channel negative energy.
Oh no. Well, goodbye was dead.
Well, Radimer doesn't give a shit.
She channels.
Actually, does Radimer take negative?
Nope. I think this heals him.
Heals him.
No, actually
You
it
have to
doesn't.
pick.
Yeah. It's only 16 damage with a will save of 14. of 18 for half.
Looking at me.
Okay, Godiva's will save, because this is the important one.
She is going to exclude Randwick and Libar.
Godiva makes her save.
Okay,
So
so she takes
It's
8.
8 damage, and she's dead. I don't know why I said it was important.
How
She's
much
at
damage she
-2.
has is important.
Yeah, she's at -2.
Okay.
Or she's at 2 below her con.
Okay. So Godiva's body kind of shrivels up a little bit in a puddle of ice. Her makeup smeared, blood, little goblin blood everywhere. Sam, did you make your save?
I stopped at that point. I was sorry. I was getting emotional. I like Godiva.
Mm.
Sam makes a save.
Okay, 8 damage. Ratimer's
Clean my own
immune.
blood.
Phineas.
Phineas. I believe Phineas's death ward is cooked. It is. Phineas is going to do horrible things to that lady, but it'll take a second.
Because Phineas and Sam are seeing their blood for the first time in this dungeon.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think Phineas was injured a little bit in the elemental fights, but
Oh,
he fails. He
fails
takes
the save.
he fails, so takes the full 16, and then the radiant skull.
Uh-oh.
He's immune. Oh wait, is he immune?
No, this
Is
is
there a side of
this is a
this?
supernatural ability. He's not immune to this.
Okay, this is a.
He's also got a weakness against certain spells.
His will save is +8. $25.
Okay, he takes 8. I've added it to his token. It was Hannah, Randwick the Vial, so Arlen. Oh, did you make a concentration check for your fireball last round?
I don't remember. I'll do one now.
Okay, the DC is 16. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, this round you take 6 acid damage.
Okay, so 41. Get Godiva to me now! Get Godiva to me now!
Okay, Randwick the Vial is going to 5 foot
Oh
step.
wait, sorry, Adam didn't hear that. Get Godiva to me now!
Randwick's going to 5 foot step back away from Sam after the ass kicking he received.
I could beat more ass if you'd like.
Heal me is what he says to Hannah. Heal me! And he's going to cast a...
Hey, which one of you is the smart one? That's the one I need to take.
I need your help here, Sam!
Hey! Stop touching our priest!
Okay, there is a weird sort of golden swirl, a burst that happens right about here.
Is it glittery burst?
No, I'm gonna put it. Can I get them all? Yeah. He can see the radiant skull. No, there's a swirl of confusing colors.
Is there an SR to this?
Oh, it's 15 radius burst. Yeah, I can draw it kind of. There's a SR to this. Yes, who has spell resistance running?
The skull.
Oh, okay. Oh no, actually, this is just it doesn't affect the skull. However, Sam, Phineas, and Ratimer need to make DC 19 will saves.
Okay, Phineas...
Phineas, Ratimer, Sam, in that order.
Phineas makes it. I was checking the number.
Yeah. Ratimer.
Ratimer's save should be through the roof, and he might even have stuff against this sort of thing. No, he doesn't. But his will save is through the roof. It's not a 1. Sam will save not through the roof.
Okay, none of you are confused.
I'm not. Who cast that shit?
The guy you just beat the piss out of. You gotta heal me.
Oh, you need some more, do you?
Ah!